Oh, did you know Chris Matthews just compared Bernie Sanders and Bernie supporters to Nazis?
Is that Dave Matthews' brother?
Yeah.
Dave Matthews is way cooler. I fucking hate going to open mics and every singer sounds like Chris Matthews. I got a new song for you. I got a new song for you guys. We're gonna jam. Come on, let's jam and smoke some weed.
One man has a violin player. All right.
He's a black guy.
Did you
This is
know
Dave Matthews Band. Yeah. They don't,
in 2008,
fuck my drummer.
Obama
The Chris Matthews band.
Obama pretended to be a conservative so he could get the vote.
We're killing it. This is like a writing session.
Yeah, cool. I got some
Way
material.
less awkward.
So you voted for Trump because of Obama.
In 2008, Obama was a conservative so that he could capture all the white people's votes. He actually talked about how black men should be staying at home and raising the children and not being the black men who leave the house as soon as the wife gets pregnant.
But you know why they leave the house, right?
Oh, tell me why.
Because they get stopped and frisked, and then they find weed on them, and then they get 20 years for an eighth. That's my theory.
That's
Well,
your
what
theory.
about Bloomberg? Do you like Bloomberg?
He had some good ideas.
He's like Trump light. What do you like about Bloomberg?
He actually had
He's
a
dying
job. He knew how to
Diet
actually
Trump.
make money, which most comics don't know how to do. They don't
Yeah,
have
but-
jobs.
Money's stupid.
Yeah. So maybe you should just, like Will, talk about waiting in the food stamp line and talk about your mental illness on stage.
If I can make $50,000 a year as a comic, I'd be very happy.
Hey, that's what, who's that guy from the Chicago comic? With
Junior Stopka?
No. He's a white middle-aged comic. He talks about Pop-Tarts or Hot Pockets. Jim McGaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, yeah. When he grills cheese, it sounds like applause. Or he grills bacon, it sounds like applause.
He's a hardcore New York liberal.
He's funny.
I
You
just
can't
don't
fight that.
see hardcore and liberal going together.
If he wasn't in New York, he never would have made it. He totally sucked up to the liberals in New York.
Have you been harassed by any Bernie bros?
I was talking about Hot Pockets pandering. I know all these Democrats and their love for Hot Pockets. It's not like he's going into, it just makes me think about like white comics going into like rooms with mostly black crowds and just being like, I love black women. white bitches with the flat asses. No way.
I got a new opener for next time I get in front of a black audience.
Like that.
Do you remember when Bernie Mac was like, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm going to go up, next time I get an all-black audience, I'm going to be like, I'm not scared of you motherfuckers.
I ain't scared of you, bitch.
Motherfuckers. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers at all.
Hey, I can't say the N-word
Neither can I.
because I'm white. But you're not going to get blamed for being a racist.
Hey, Rad, this is not my joke.
If
but I'm
I
gonna tell
said
you a
the
joke.
N-word, I think it would. The tables could turn. Me being
Maybe.
young definitely helps.
Yeah.
I don't exactly put off of this guy's racist vibe, but I think if I threw an N-bomb out there,
They'll
it would
say, you
take
look
some-
kind of Hispanic.
Yeah, I
you
don't
can
think
get
I
away
could-
with
That's
it.
just the mustache and
Yeah.
the fact that my name is Gabriel. Those are the two things
Yeah.
that people that.
But
You can still get away with retard, faggot, bitch, cunt. There's a lot of fucking
Yeah, just not
iron
N-word.
sides. I say I got a bit about people in wheelchairs.
And-
I'm like iron
Iron
sides.
side.
I say iron sides.
And Melvin Washington. There we go. Let's bring up Melvin. He got so pissed off when I did my bit about how black people can say the N-word, but I can't.
Richard Pryor Jr. bombed with a bit talking about how Donald
said-
Trump can't be the worst president because he didn't own slaves. So this is my question to him, and I'm going to ask you this. If Donald Trump could own slaves, would he?
Are you kidding?
Don't ever mention my name again, bitch. I don't want you to mention Melvin Washington on your blog, Raid Zone.
Who's Melvin
Don't ever say-
Washington?
He's a tall black comic. Around a year ago, he was here, and his whole act was getting on stage and saying, "Hey, motherfuckers, let me do the N-word, 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 and I can say it because I'm black." it's all about the N-word, and ain't you an N-word, and ain't you an N-word. So I said something. I went on stage after him and said, gee, I wish I could be like Melvin and say the N-word and N-word, 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 and I can't do it. And he got pissed off. He got pissed off at me.
Yeah.
But that's his act.
Well, you should have been around the 90s. Should have been like a young hip-hop fan in the 90s because
dude.
we used to, white people would drop that word sometimes.
Yeah, like 35-year-old Ray just like rocking a Malcolm X hat, like.
Oh, I did.
I had
Being like, naughty by nature is my shit.
I said it to a white person in front of a black person, and the black person did get mad, and I went, oh, this is weird. Because then I apologized, but he's like, no, it's not a big deal. And I was like,
Hey.
Then I realized, oh, you're just guessing who's going to be offended. So I'm not going to just do it anymore. Why not? Why? It's a hassle.
You think I was born yesterday? I've been doing comedy for 25 years.
I think you were born in 1960.
25 years, okay? That's older than some comics who are on stage nowadays. How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 49. No, I'll be 28 at the end of March.
There you go.
I feel
Almost as long
I
as
feel
he's been
people
on
tend
this
to be
planet.
more impressed with how little you've done it. Like if you're really good and you go, oh, I've been doing it a year, I find that people get.
Well, that's what all the geniuses
They also get upset too.
who attack me say.
Yeah, what do they say?
Well, you've been doing it for so long. How come you haven't done anything?
It's a slow road.
Then you
Everyone
just say,
knows
because
that.
I'm an unrecognized genius. Vincent Van Gogh only sold one painting.
There you go. Most people
Right? That's what I say.
Most of Tolkien's publishings were once he was dead.
I'd be like,
That's a
because you
lie,
just don't
but
get me,
still.
man.
If I'm 10 years ahead of my time, then it's going to take 10 years for everybody to catch up with my act.
I think you're 10 years ahead of this time. I still think I still think the times haven't caught up to Raid Zone.
Yeah.
Personally.
I say this on stage is a joke, but I mean it. I think laughter's overrated.
I much prefer a good, oh, that's good crowd. than
Yeah,
laugh, you know?
I like awkward more than I like funny jokes about
You're
how
gonna
your wife
get-
doesn't
you're
like
gonna
drink beer.
I like a good gasp.
You're gonna get
yeah,
more-
exactly. I like that.
You're going to get more views from this podcast than probably any podcast you
Ever
so.
made.
I hope so. I hope so. We're trying to
Get
blow
out
up.
of the way, Joe Rogan. We got Raid Zone.
It's pretty random.
No,
we did
this
a bit.
is gonna be good.
We did a 9-minute clip about an anorexic, an underground anorexic porn star who's cross-eyed, and it's blowing up, man. For
If
us.
I would
It's
have
also hilarious.
Yeah, it's like 400. It's almost gonna hit 500.
if I would have had this 20,
Not
25
blowing
years
up
ago,
by any means, but for us,
For us, it
For
is.
us, that shit is exploding. Gee, that's some hurt locker
The
shit.
rate of growth. Its rate of growth is double what the last one was.
if technology
she
would have been
said.
available, if this technology would have been available to me 25 years ago, I could have been huge by now.
That's pretty. If he had been podcasting for 25 years, there would be some
He's got-
content.
You got a few thousand views on some of your videos.
There's people who are stars on Facebook.
You got more subscribers than
and
us.
YouTube. There you go. That have killed
Sure.
themselves because they were a
If
star
we
on
could get
YouTube,
that on tape, we'd fucking blow up.
and then
What, Red Zone killing himself?
Or anybody.
Okay. I was like, I don't know about tonight, but it seems like he's in at least a decent mood.
but people who are on YouTube now, they think they're going to become famous, and they do become famous for 15 minutes, and then they kill themselves.
Andy Warhol. You know, Andy Warhol said that everyone
Yeah.
will be famous for
There you
15
go.
minutes. He predicted YouTube.
Yeah, but the comic who was a black guy, a black kid, 20 years old. He committed suicide because he wasn't getting as much views on YouTube anymore.
I doubt that was it.
YouTube
That's
really
all
is
it
just the biggest art project ever made. It's just a giant conglomerate clusterfuck media art project.
Oh God, I fight with him all the time.
And you're not getting the views, and you're used to getting the views, and you're not getting paid to be on YouTube, or if you are, you're getting 1 cent per
I had to appeal at
1,000.
a video that I did where I was talking with Matt Salt about Spider-Man, and we were imagining that Spider-Man's cum was like a web. And then I was like, how is that fucking offensive? How is that like hate speech or whatever the fuck? They said, I think it was spam or I don't know what it is. And then we appealed it, and then they came back.
I think you've crossed the line there, Paul.
Yeah.
Can't say cum anymore unless you're black.
You can't say cum anymore unless you're a
That's
dog
right.
owner.
Only the black comics can get away with it.
I'll give Paul credit. That was a good punch up, Paul. That was a good punch up.
Melvin Washington can get away with anything.
That's a great comedy name. I don't know who this guy is though.
Well,
He can't get away with
You've
anything.
seen Melvin. You've seen him. If you saw him, you'd be like, oh,
Really?
him? Yeah.
If he started going around calling himself a honky and stuff, I
But
think
it
that
is
would be
funny.
confusing.
He does have like a whole bit where he tries to. I mean, it never works, but tries to kind of trick the crowd into saying the N word.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
it never really works.
Yeah, this guy. There was a guy who
Probably
kept
just
doing
thought
that at
you
an
were
open mic.
shitting on his act and got mad
Right.
about that.
There was this black kid in an open mic kept going up to me and my wife and going, why are these white guys all afraid to say the N word? Just say it. Just say it. And then I went up to him and this is not my joke. I went up to him and I go, I was having sex with this black girl, and she made me really uncomfortable because she shouted the N word. Then he goes, just say the word, and I go, oh, it was no.
Was the guy that was mad white?
Oh no, he was black.
Oh, okay, because
Trying to get white people to say the N
It would
word.
have been really funny if there was a white dude just say the N word and just didn't
no,
say it at
you
all.
can't say it. You cannot say it.
I'm not really that worried about
In
it.
today's world,
Well,
you cannot say
In
it.
principle, I don't like that, but I don't
Because
fucking care.
that makes
Really?
you racist.
It's one
that
word.
makes
I
you
can
a
live
fucking
without it.
racist.
It's one word. It's
You
just a
are
limit.
racist if you say the N word and
No,
you're
you're
not
not.
black.
That doesn't mean you're racist. It just means you're rude. but you don't wanna
According
be.
to
I think
the
at this
media
point, it's more
and
just
Hollywood,
rude.
It's a matter of respect. It's a matter of acknowledging the history of a people.
they're going to label you
Who's they?
Who is that?
the
man?
libtards who are in control of Hollywood.
Do you remember when all those libtards booed Michael Moore because he said the fucking war in Iraq was bullshit?
Really?
Yeah, you never see that clip? I'll post it on Facebook.
No, that's really funny.
I'll post it on Facebook.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Yeah.
And they were also like, boo, the Dixie Chicks.
Oh God, they threatened to murder them.
They don't agree with everything everybody says, just like Joe Rogan is supposedly a conservative. Well,
Well, not
he's
anymore.
Yeah, he's back
Not
in
anymore.
the Bernster.
Not
dude.
anymore.
Yeah, we flipped him.
he flipped.
He flipped.
You know
who
why?
did it? Cornell West did it.
Oh, I thought it was going to be gay conversion.
Gay conversion therapy. He went into
Well,
gay
call back.
conversion therapy.
Now he's a Bernie supporter.